Hello and welcome. In this super fast explainer, we are going to absolutely nail one of the most important concepts in your IGCSE Business Studies course, opportunity cost. You know, if you get this right, you're already thinking like a real business strategist.
Okay, so let's just jump right in with the big question you see on screen. To help me break this all down, I've got my fellow tutor with me. Welcome. So let's get started. What's the real cost of a business decision? It's not just about the money you spend, is it?
You have hit the nail right on the head. It goes so much deeper than just cash. So let's build from the ground up. Give us the exact exam-ready definition of opportunity cost. You know, the one that's going to score full marks every single time. Right here it is, and you'll want to learn this phrase word for word. The next best alternative foregone when a choice is made. Seriously, the examiners are looking for this exact wording from the Cambridge syllabus. Don't try to paraphrase it, don't switch any words around. This right here is your perfect 2-mark answer.
And this is why that definition is so spot on. It has 2 parts you just can't leave out. First, it has to be the next best alternative. It's not just any other option you had. It's the most valuable one you had to pass up. And second, that word foregone, it's absolutely crucial. It just means given up. You have to make it clear that you didn't take that other option.
That is crystal clear. Now, we all know the best way to make a concept like this really stick is with a solid real-world example. So let's see how this all plays out in the aviation industry, which, believe me, is full of these massive decisions.
Exactly. So for a moment, just imagine you are the CEO of British Airways. You're about to set up a brand new plane, a huge investment, and you've got to decide exactly how to use all the space inside. And this brings us to the most fundamental problem in economics, scarcity. You simply can't have everything. That aircraft has a fixed, finite amount of space. That one single limited resource means you are forced to make a really tough choice.
And here is that choice. On the one hand, choice A, you could cram in 300 standard economy seats and go for high volume. Or choice B, you could install 150 super luxurious business class suites and go for those high-paying premium customers. The key thing is, you can't do both.
So, after all the meetings and crunching the numbers, the decision is made. British Airways goes with choice A. The order goes out. Install the 300 economy seats. That choice is now locked in.
So, what was the opportunity cost of making that decision? Well, it was the potential profit you could have made from those 150 business suites. That was the next best alternative that was given up, or foregone. That potential profit you never see, that is the true economic cost of your choice.
Perfect. Okay, let's switch gears and put on our examiner's hat for a second. We've got the theory, we've got the example, but how does this actually get you marks on an exam paper? How do you make sure you walk away with that full 2 out of 2? This table is basically your cheat sheet. Look at that 2 out of 2 answer. The next best alternative foregone. It's perfect. It has both key phrases. Now look at the 1-mark answer. The alternative that was given up. It's not totally wrong, but it's just too vague. Which alternative? You've missed the all-important next best part. And the 0-mark answer, the financial cost, well, that's a classic mistake. That's just accounting cost, not opportunity cost.
That's so helpful. So we know what it is and we know how to get the marks. But where does opportunity cost fit into the bigger picture? You know, with all the other concepts from this section of the course.
It's a really simple, logical chain when you see it laid out like this. It all begins with scarcity, the fact that resources, whether it's money, time, or even cabin space, are limited. That scarcity then forces a business to make a choice. And here's the kicker. Every single choice you make automatically creates an opportunity cost. You just can't have one without the others. They're all connected.
Excellent. Right, let's finish off with one last quick-fire question, just to make sure this is totally locked in. I'm going to throw a scenario at you based on another airline, and all you need to do is spot the opportunity cost. Ready?
Okay, here it is. The airline Ryanair has made a nice profit. They've got 2 main options for what to do with it. They can buy some new, more fuel-efficient planes, or they can invest that money in a big refurbishment of their website. In the end, they choose to buy the new planes. So, what is the opportunity cost?
The opportunity cost is the refurbished website. Simple as that. It was the next best thing they could have done with the money, and it was foregone. If you got that right, you have absolutely understood this concept. And that is a brilliant place to wrap up. Thanks for joining us.